There we go, Lindy got another root out. This one, you can kind of tell, see that white latex on it, Lindy?
Oh yeah.
That is a good identification factor and a good thing to look for to make sure that you have salsify. All right, today we're looking for one of my favorite wild vegetables from the field, from the woods, and that's salsify. So we're out here in Montana on some public land. Gonna see if we can find some salsify this early in the spring. They usually don't have a flower stem yet, and it's great. It's a great time to dig up the roots. Salsify is also called oyster plant because the roots can kind of taste like oysters, according to some. So hopefully we find a bunch. I know they're here. We're gonna see what else we can find. Maybe some dandelions, and then also, you know, spring mushrooms. Morels should be out. Oysters are out for a fact. Lindy, behind the camera right now, found some oysters a few days ago. I am unfortunately a cripple right now. I tore a muscle in my back, or strained my back really bad. So I got the old man's walking stick, every hiker's best friend, the good old trekking pole. I'm gonna take it real slow. I'm gonna be mostly behind the camera today and have Lindy do all the bending over and digging for the roots, all the hard work. So come along, let's see what we can find. We're also gonna grab some dandelions here and try to make pickled dandelion heads for the first time.
They're pretty dandy lions.
You see anything?
Not yet.
You see anything?
A big morel.
Big morel?
Yeah.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Lindy,
I don't know if it's good anymore.
first morel of the season. What do you mean? The season just started. Oh, I think that'll be just prime. Wow. It's a perfect morel. Let's go.
I have become the master.
You are becoming the foraging master.
It feels nice. It's firm.
That's a really good morel, baby. Would have been surprised if that would be not good anymore. Waffles, don't step on the mushrooms, buddy. You know, the old man's walking stick here is actually pretty good to look under leaves. We came out here for the salsify, now we're looking for morels. Springtime is just the best. Oh, what we got here now?
A mushroom.
Another mushroom? Oyster?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Nice. That one looks good, no?
Oh yeah.
Buggy at all?
Mm-mm. This
There's
is a
some
new one.
more. Yeah, there's a bunch more over there too. I'm gonna mark this tree.
This is the one that I already marked.
This is the one you were on?
Yep.
Let's see them. Those look really fresh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, always hide your find. I like the way you think, girl. Lindy's getting protective of her foraging spots. This is what I was hoping for. A true forager. All right, quick PSA. Listen carefully. This might save your life. If you're foraging in Montana, you gotta be very, very careful because there's a ton of lions in the woods. Dandelions, that is. We got Siegfried here, taming the lions all by himself. Watch out, don't get eaten now. That would be an issue. You can't believe you're taming like 100 lions right now.
That was such a bad bit.
I think it was pretty funny. What?
Come here.
You got something? Dandelions? More lions? Oh my God. Another morel. Oh, you're right.
My God.
I'm like breaking all the forager rules. Screaming morel at the top of my lungs.
Stop saying the name.
We need a code word for these.
Voldemort.
Voldemort? No, we can't say Voldemort at all. What's our code word?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin? Oh, whoa, pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Right in front of you. Another pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Like 30 inches in front of you.
Pumpkin.
Yes, pumpkin right there. Watch out. Finally, I got one too now. I was feeling like a failure for a second there. Look at that pumpkin. Oh wow, these are perfect. I'm happy we came out despite my crippleness.
Pumpkin.
Find him.
Find him.
You're gonna get trained for them dang pumpkins, finding pumpkins. Waffles.
Oh my gosh.
You got one?
I've got a couple.
Not a pumpkin. Let's go. Waffles, you stay right there, buddy. We can't have you be trampling on our pumpkins. But it makes sense. We got water, got sunlight. We've had perfect temps, lots of rain and even some snow.
Stop.
I'm going slowly.
There's more over here.
Oh yeah, I see another pumpkin. Right there. Bing bow. It's on. Oh my God. I don't see any strangers coming in our territory. Gotta pick fast.
You do?
Clear this area. No, I don't. So now we're up to 6 or 7?
We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. You know, 7 is like the magic number, right?
Are you sure?
Now we just need multiples of 7. Yeah, get low. Get low. Do that morel. Morel down. It's a new yoga.
Morale hustle.
No, morel down. It's a new yoga pose.
I don't know if I'm athletic enough.
So here's a hot tip for you. If you're foraging for a highly sought after wild edible like morels in a spot where you might encounter a lot of people like we are right now, always have a bag of dandelions with you. There's a ton of dandelions around. We just had a lady walk by, ask us what we're looking for. Well, of course, dandelions to make some dandelion tea, right? It's a decoy.
People trying to sneak in on our spot right now.
Nah.
This older gal just came by and she's like, oh, just dandelions. Yeah, it's just dandelions.
And a few morels.
Haldy! What are you doing back there?
Well, you gotta wait for me. Now I'm walking
Aw.
mountains here. You know
That
what
is
the
a
doctor
huge
said?
hill. Wow.
The doctor said I probably won't be doing this after a week. But you know, once the foraging fever takes over, forager or die, y'all. Those foragers watching right now, they know what's up. They know what I mean. I can't stay in bed. Morels are out.
Wow. You're so brave.
I would
So
I
strong.
would think I'm pretty brave. Some call me Braveheart.
Do
But
they?
yeah.
Wow. We're
Maybe.
just gonna turn this off now.
All right, now we're getting in a lot more open country, getting away from the stream. And this is where I would expect to find the Salsify. Lindy's already all the way over there, of course, leaving me behind. And hopefully we can find those. I'm pumped to get some. Here's a Salsify. Looks like something has already been browsing on it. We're not the only ones that know about this wild vegetable. All right, we found an absolute monster Salsify here. This one is pretty dang big. It's already kind of starting to shoot up a flower stem. So Lindy's going to try to dig out the root. Lindy, they're kind of long, so be very careful. So we can try to get the whole thing.
It's very rocky.
Yeah, so hopefully the roots will be good. Because in rocky terrain, I've seen them not as big as I would have expected. They break off easily, so take your time. It's not as bad as getting the burdock roots out, so that's nice. You'll see. It's your first Salsify root, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Once you have it kind of out, you might be able to pull straight up, but we'll have to see. Oh, nice. I think it's coming
The
out.
root is growing
Is it tiny?
horizontal.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty mediocre Salsify root, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I would have expected a way bigger one.
There's just a lot of rocks. Sorry, worm. Come here, little guy.
Well, I think once you take some of that dirt off, you'll still see it.
I'm gonna put you back.
Saving worms. Be a good
Sorry,
Samaritan,
buddy.
right? Samaritan.
Oh yeah.
Samaritan of nature. Yeah, some
Nature Meriden.
nature Samaritan.
The Meriden. The Namaridans.
Sometimes they have like side routes like that.
It's pretty.
Yeah. Sometimes they have them just because, you know, if it's in rocky terrain. But I was hoping for a way bigger root for how big that salsify is, but also they use that energy in the root to grow up, you know, those flower stems. So maybe that's what this one's doing already, and it's been using up some of that energy in the root.
Let's try a small one.
Oh, you should try to get it. We're gonna need a bunch. Also rocky.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little fire ant. Come on.
There we go. Lindy got another root out. This one, you can kind of tell. See that white latex on it, Lindy?
Oh yeah.
That is a good identification factor and a good thing to look for to ID your to make sure that you have salsify.
I always wanted to be a cow rancher.
You milking
No.
salsify or what?
Yeah. Can you make cheese?
Out of the salsify milk? That might be kind of interesting, maybe tasty. Nice. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I'll just make a braid. Beep, beep, beep.
What kind of braid?
Like a salsify.
You got two in one hand there.
I know. One girl, two roots.
Let's not go there.
What kind of podcast are you filming, buddy?
A video.
Disgusting.
Nice. Yeah, they're pretty small. I think it's because it's such a rocky terrain here. But there's a bunch more around us, so.
Oh. Let's make a little braid. There we go.
You can see the roots right here.
Are you checking out my braid?
Yeah, I really like it.
Hey.
It's quite long.
Thanks.
What'd you make?
Salsify braid.
A salsify braid. That's a fantastic idea.
Just keeping it out of my foraging bag in case we find something else.
Yeah, I mean, we already found some pumpkins, aka morels. So this is
Fighting
a great
woods
way.
of the forest.
Making a braid like that, that's a great idea to just carry it around.
Thanks.
I love it. Look at you.
And now you can beat Bigfoot.
Oh, and it's a weapon too, is what you're saying? I'd be more,
Oops, sorry.
I'd be more afraid of
Sorry, Bigfoot.
I'd be more afraid of the lions out here.
The dandies. The dandelions.
Another salsify. Go get it. Much easier to dig than burdock, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Watch out, you got some grass with it. So here's a really good example. We have the salsify right there, which I think stands out quite a lot. But next to grass, it does kind of get a bit confusing, and especially if you're not used to looking for the ID factors of salsify, you might think that this right here is also just grass, the salsify. But in this case, you're looking at one of the tastiest wild vegetables in the woods, in my opinion.
I would agree.
Just a girl in her salsify braid. Watch out with that big old tail of yours. The Salsify King. King Salsify.
Good boy. You are such a good dog.
Camera action. We're back home now. Beautiful day outside. I think we were on like a 4-hour hike or so.
Yeah.
Got a good amount of salsify. Got distracted with some mushrooms.
Beautiful mushrooms.
A great distraction. Yeah, awesome morels. On the way out, we saw some other people in our spot. Not good, but
Buggers.
Also, you know, it's public land. It's everyone's land. So what are you going to do? But what I'm most excited about is this awesome salsify braid that Lindy came up with. What an awesome idea to
Worked great.
Yeah, to just bundle them up like this and carry them around. And tomorrow we're planning on cooking these up. We're gonna process them tomorrow. Maybe even tonight still, just maybe clean them up under the sink. I like to cut the roots right off by the crown, run them under cold water, and from there then, you know, you can chop them up, cook them just like any other rooty vegetable. Super tasty. Also got some dandelions, and we're gonna probably pickle most of these. I've never done it, so super excited to try that.
I want to try one small little dandelion cake too.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people doing like a fried dandelion cake thing, so
Yeah.
I think that would be good. It's like a savory cake.
Yeah. And you know what? I just made a decision. This video is not going to end yet because I am going to actually process these now. Because I thought about it, and you know, if you keep them dirty like this, there's a good chance now that they're going to dry out a bit in the fridge, which is why I like to keep rooty vegetables, a lot of leafy vegetables from the wild, in a Ziploc bag in the fridge. Personally, I just find that they do better in that, or keep fresh better in that, compared to a paper bag. So, because I don't want all this dirt to dry on here now, that'd be really hard to get off. I think I'm just gonna, you know, continue filming. We're back home now, so why not? It's Saturday, got plenty of time. Cut them off, start washing them, and then dry them off, and then put them in the fridge. I think that's a better plan.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And then tonight we still got some oysters from Lindy's find earlier this week. I'm gonna make those with some nettles.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about
pretty
that.
good.
All right, my friend, it's Poldy back on the mic, on the voiceover mic this time, because as I was recording this footage, I accidentally turned off my camera mic. So gonna have to do a voiceover for this one. So as you can see, I have Lindy's beautiful salsify braid here. I'm just gonna start cutting the leaves to be able to access the roots a bit better, and then cut those crowns off the leaves. Sorry, cut those crowns off the roots. And the crowns are basically where the leaves attach to the root at the very top. And those crowns are pretty cool. Here's one you can see. They are actually super delicious, and just frying these up is a really good idea. Like, fry these up in butter. You will not regret it. I really like them. But going back to the roots, you can see that the roots are on the inside, they have a very creamy white color. And when you take a cross section like I did here, you'll also see that there's a ring on the inside, kind of like a ring that a tree would have. Okay, let's keep cutting these bad boys off the crowns of the plant. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to wash them. Next up, get that faucet running with some cold water ideally, and just start scrubbing them really good. I usually just use my hands when I do this, but you could also use like a sponge, or maybe like a fine grade steel wool brush or something like that. But basically what you want to do is just get all that dirt off, and you'll notice that the roots themselves get a lot tanner. They're a lot more like golden brown right now once you take all that dirt off. Okay, here's a better view. You can kind of see what I mean with that golden brown color. At this point, they're ready to be eaten. I'm going to dry them off though before putting them in the Ziploc bag, since we decided to eat them on the next day. But you can see they kind of have these like side shoots coming off the main taproot. I usually take those off before cooking. I think you'd be fine to leave those on. But at this point, you know, I just chopped them up and fried them in butter. We like to keep things simple here. And they can be used though like any other rooty vegetable. So it's totally up to your discretion. So one more thing before I let you go. Here is a crown and some of the leaves attached. This would be perfect to throw on a grill. You know, kind of cook it like asparagus on a grill. Just grill it up real quick. And the leaves are also really good in salads. Check out the very bottom of this V shape of the leaf. You'll see there's an air hole, and that air hole goes through the entire leaf. And it's another important ID factor that I don't think I talked about earlier in the video that will help you distinguish Salsify from grasses and some of its lookalikes. So definitely look for that. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, absolutely harvest that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, hit that like, leave any questions you have in the comments. The more you do all of that, the better it is for the algorithm, and the more we can grow this channel. So we really appreciate that.
And share with your friends.
Yes, share it with your friends. And also, we're probably in the future we're definitely in the future going to have a whole video podcast episode on Salsify. So not sure when that will be out yet, but just keep an eye out for that on the channel. We'll go really in depth about the plant there and just talk about identification some more. And yeah, that'll be just a really nerdy deep dive into one of my favorite wild vegetables.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.